Yeah, I just threw a couple pieces in there and did the just clamped it in there. This thing isn't even close to fitting right now. I got a bunch of stuff to trim out of the way there, but yeah, cool, man. Yeah, I did a little more trimming over here on this side just to get it to fit in here for temporary. I got soundproofing stuff I'm going to spray, but I'm still working on this side a little bit. Kind of been thinking about something, and I don't know if it's silly or not, but or a waste of time or a good idea or not, but this freaking tar crap that's stuck down, I don't want to really peel it off, but I'd almost want to seal around that with seam sealer, you think, before I spray that crap all over everywhere. Basically now this thing has a structure that goes there. It's tied into that thing, which ties into the pillar, and then you got the back wall, and then that panel going down the car. So that'll keep it from folding in the middle, you know. I'm just doing a little bit of trimming. I'm trying to get just the basics, get it kind of fit together a little bit. Since I've been watching a lot of this stuff, I've been building one in my head for years, and one of the things is the water problem. I got an idea, and I figured this is the place to brainstorm it. Now, you see how it's a little bit of a valley in there. What my bright idea was, I'm gonna kind of grab something here. My idea is, oops, is if right there for that trench, before it meets up to the wall, why not set a light in here first, and right along somewhere in here. Now if you knock a hole, of course, yeah, it's going to go down into the frame rail, but if you keep going down through to the next layer, you come out outside. So I had a bright idea of right in a low valley here before this, what I'd like to find, how big could you make the hole? Maybe you could go like a 1/2 inch, and that's a single flare tubing of some sort with a single flare on it down in that hole, going down through the frame rail. You got a drain right there. My idea, single flare, yeah, whatever. How big can we get these things? Like 1/2 inch maybe? My idea also was maybe you can kind of say broach the hole. That's why I'm holding this. Like you drill a small hole and then stick this through it to give it a nice tulip shape, so the water would naturally want to drain into it. I guess it would probably not be too cool to solder to the body or try to weld in something like this. I guess I'll just have to end up using some Space Age Miracle stuff like panel bond or something like that. So, you know, at least maybe that would alleviate the water situation of any water getting in here and trying to leak into the cab. That was one idea, is to make a piece of tubing going down through something with a big single flare. It has a nice taper to it going in there. But then, from all my other bright ideas, I got another idea, because I see everybody usually passes the wiring now and has it run down in the bed instead of hiding it in the fenders. I mean, I was thinking what I was gonna do was, why not make it all go out one side and all have it go out the left side. I'm actually lucky I stripped a car, a Golf, so I think if I had to lengthen the harness, I can use, hopefully cut out the same color wires, you know, and do that. But my real bright idea was couldn't I come through the speaker hole with my wiring, you know, both sides, and just, boom, come down underneath here, and you're out in the bed area. You know, that would definitely, like, even alleviate any water problem, maybe from it, like, wicking down the harness and stuff. I mean, that's an idea. I don't know. It looks like there's room here. I mean, just an idea. Was thinking about that. So that's my 2 ideas, is putting in a drain there and using like a big, huge, something single flare, like maybe like close to 1/2 inch. I mean, that's way too small. It's going to plug up with dirt easy. And then can I go through there with my wiring? All right, let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we're having fun with it so far, though. Got her back out and marked up for the freaking drains right in there, and one on the other side. So I'm gonna do some drilling, see what's going on. Alright boys, I think I got something here for the drains here for the corners on the Mk4. Faintly can see that line. Damn it. Yeah, well, I drilled a hole there. I'm gonna make it up to about a 1/2 inch, but I'm gonna get some 1/2 inch tubing, maybe aluminum. I was kind of thinking put a single flare in the end of it. So I got that wire right there, come right out one of the body plugs. You don't even really need to drill a hole. You probably could make the tubing go through the, cut a hole in the body plug. That'll kind of help hold it in there too. And it's up in, sort of up in one of the higher ones, keep it from you know, getting hit by something on the road or what have you. Yeah, I think I kind of like this idea. Cool. Yeah, man. Drilled and marked for the drain. Woohoo! Now I gotta get some stuff, parts and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, it probably ain't a bad idea. You can faintly see my black line. That's right where the body cab thing piece sort of sits. I'm sort of thinking to take my wire wheel anyways and just take all this fucking seam sealer off here. That way I just put down fresh shit when I put the freaking cab on it. Okay fellas, hopefully you can bear with me, and I'm gonna try a little water test here. I was just doing it. You can see I already poked a hole in there on that wall, and there is a little bit of water kind of laying there right now, but it ain't too bad. I'm almost thinking if I enlarge that hole and go down closer to the wall, that will be a good thing. But here we go. I'm gonna take my water and just start pouring it right in here and let this thing fill up, and I've been letting it pour right across, kind of trying to play it like it's natural, you know. I'm just gonna go for the gusto. See how much I can really, I mean, it's a flood. Oops. Well, I don't know. It ain't too bad. I think if I extend the hole down closer to the wall, you know, that'll get that last little drip. But you're still gonna, you know, you're gonna have a bunch of seam sealer down there anyways, so it kind of will maybe help it, you know, go towards the hole. But yeah, basically, I'm gonna try to get that hole to go. I'll even do it by hand if I have to. I'll file it out to go closer to the wall. But yeah, that was good enough for testing. So hopefully this is usable and watchable. I'm just gonna post it. Aw, hell yeah, man. I got the freaking hookup. I went and checked the hoard, found some 1/2 inch aluminum. Flares up nice and everything, man. Cool. Had it stashed in the hoard. Right in there, somewhere. Still can go a little further down towards the wall, but I'm just playing with a piece of tubing because I got plenty. I was thinking of going out of that hole, but it ain't playing the greatest, and the halfway I got it bent, it almost wants to go out that hole right now. Still thinking of some way to secure it at this end, but I'll come up with something. I don't know, let me see here. That's my basic shape right now. I'm not even trying it. It fits through there. There's a fair amount of room in there. I'm sure I could put it, you know, it ain't gonna be too bad. Sort of close. Where am I? Right there. Gotta be trimmed back and stuff, but I'm just trying to get it routed through there. Is the fun part. It was sticking up about 1/4 of an inch, and I figured, let me just take a ball peen hammer and whack it in there like an idiot. But tell you the truth, I mean, this piece of tubing is just for experimentation purposes, and I still need to figure out how to mount it at the bottom, but the way it kind of binds up when you get it through there, it's almost like once you put it in there, it's in there. I can get it back out, but it definitely is a little bit of a squeeze. It's gonna work fine, because you gotta put like maybe 1/4 inch of schmutz down there anyways. You can't be packing it with frickin' 3 inches of crap. So underneath here, I think what I got here is I'm gonna cut the tube, picture like a piece of square tube, and I'll cut 3 sides off it and leave a tab sticking off there that I can drill and use an aircraft rivet to secure this piece of aluminum to the tubing, and then just run a couple of rivets or screws up in there. You know, good to go. Kind of, sort of, something like that. Because then you can rivet this to that little piece there. I got to push it down in there a little more, but I got the tab straightened out on it, and she's poking through the body, and then I cut this up. Got to straighten out the tube a little, whatever, but that's the idea right there. I can take some length off it too. Just a little, but it ain't low at all. Yeah, that'll work out alright, man. Now I just got to get that freaking bonding glue stuff, so I rivet them together. So yeah, looking pretty good. Alright, it ain't totally straightened out or, you know, down all the way yet, but learned a lot doing the other side. Made this one easy. Basically what I'm going to do, I used aluminum 1/2 inch tubing, a little bit of a bend in it, and you can get it near the hole, and you can kind of see up in there, and like, oh, I can see it, but how am I going to bend it to get it through the hole? I used a big old punch. I was able to reach up in the hole and found the center of it, and then I just started pushing on it and bending it a little bit, and finally started getting it out of the hole. So now that it's out of the hole, what I can do now is I can take a hammer and pop it in there. That'll have it come out the hole a little more down here, and then what I'm going to do is I'll mark it for a bracket. That'll go something like that. To give you an idea, this is the right side, and it's going to stick down through the body, you know, and the bracket will, I'll put it like I'll probably use a real aircraft rivet to hold it to there. And I mean, shoot, it only sticks down not even a 1/2 inch, and it's at one of the points up there in the body where it's kind of a high spot, so it's not like it sticks down real far. I might even be able to like tack weld a little shield in front of it or something if I was really worried about it. But as long as I get it secured down there, I'm securing it on the top with some of that the bonding agent. I found out there's 2 different types. There's one for fiberglass to metal, and then metal to metal. So I got a tube of that stuff for the metal to metal. But yeah, the drain, it should be, it ain't too bad. It's not too hard to do, really. But aluminum tubing was really nice to work with. So hopefully that might help somebody out. Yeah, really ain't gonna get much closer than that. And we need a little bit of sealer, like a little 1/4-inch bead like normal. It's not gonna have to be tons of it, so it would chip out or fall out or just be like too much. It came out. Plate goes over that, of course, for the wiring, but you can see it in there. It's like, yeah, it's about as close to the edge as you're gonna get. Alright, I got that in there pretty good for now. Close enough. I haven't glued that side in yet, but I put my bracket in underneath. I only put one rivet in it for right now, and I'm going to drill 2 holes along that. Small. I can use some real aircraft rivets in that. I haven't put that one back in yet, or even drilled for it, till I know where this is all located decent. Once I put the drain in for good, for permanent, you know. So that should do the trick, man. Put a whole bunch of seam sealer all over it, and it should be good.